Good morning, friends. It is Friday, September something. 18th. It's the 18th. Yes, it's the 18th. Hemi is loudly banging on his bowl. I was sitting here trying to figure out if I wanted to vlog today, and I opened up my planner and realized that I have a metric butt ton of stuff to do today, and I've done none of it. It's 9 o'clock. It's fine. I've been up for a little over an hour. But what I did do is I filmed an unboxing because my Blood and Honey bookish box came, so that'll be up on the channel before this is, because I'm gonna edit that this morning. Things that are on my list. Apparently, I want to start this book today, Forgotten Kingdom. I haven't started it. Technically, I have to read this book because Celadon wants me to talk about it before the end of the month, and I haven't read it yet. Thankfully, it's only 200 pages, but it's gonna make me cry because it's a memoir about dogs. It's gonna make me cry. I have to finish my friend's book, which I haven't finished. That's okay. I can finish that this weekend. That's fine. I have to do pictures because this book came, and I have to talk about it on Tuesday. And technically, I should do a review, but they said my review can follow, so my review is going to follow. But it sounds really creepy and good. It's a debut novel. It sounds really good. Hopefully it is good. It is, again, not very long, thankfully. I've got 1, 2, 3 book tours that are coming up next week that I have to do photos for, and the posts are easy because the posts are pretty structured, but I have to at least come up with photos for those 3 plus the photo for this, and I have to actually write something for this because I don't have any structure on that. And one of those book tours, I don't have the book yet, so I don't know what's happening with that. I have to make my November spreads because I'm starting to get into booking things out into November, so I only have through October, and now that we're halfway through September, it's time for me to put November in. And I've got to think about November because I have NaNoWriMo coming up. Speaking of NaNoWriMo, I want to write for 2 hours today. And I have to do some NetGalley reviews because I finished 2 old arcs that were old. They were a week old that I didn't get to. I finished them this week. And I have another ALC that I got that is out now, Transcendent Kingdom, that I've been listening to, that I want to finish. But I guess I can finish that tomorrow. I'll take that off my plate. But I have a lot of stuff I want to do today. Plus, just general adulting that needs to happen. Jesus did all the laundry yesterday when he was off, so, that's off my table. But, this place is a mess. It's a mess. I'm going to, my kettle just went off and my toaster just popped while we were talking, so I'm going to go and get some tea brewing and eat some bagels, and just one bagel, not multiple bagels. And I'm going to finish editing this quick unboxing. This should be fast, and then I can get this importing, exporting, doing all that stuff. And then while that's going, maybe I will read When Harry Met Minnie. Yeah. And then I don't know if I'm going to do all the photos and stuff today, but I need to start thinking about what photos I need to do so that if I do them on Sunday when I'm off again, we can just bang through it. And then we need to talk about writing because I need to get my button gear. So, yeah. Tea. Hold.
Yesterday, there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now, there's something in the air, and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other. gravel beyond all. A bigger scale the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Dreamy, breezy we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. Dreamy, breezy we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all.
Hello. So, how are you doing? I'm in a weird mood. Hi, it's like 3 o'clock. I'm going to make some lunch. Lunch, 3 o'clock. Yeah, that's what's happening. Also, I'm gonna let the fire die down because I realized why it was so cold in my house. Apparently the air conditioning was on. So it was like super cold in my house. And I had the fire on and it kept getting colder in my house. Even though the fire was on, I'm like, what is happening here? And then I realized the air conditioning was on. The fire's died down. We've read like the first 50 or so pages of When Harry Met Minnie, and I've cried twice. I've cried 50 pages, cried twice. So it's good. I feel like I'm going to be very teary by the end of this. It's good. This is out in February, right? February of next year. So what's that face? February of next year. So this is really advanced. So I'm really grateful to Celadon for sending me this memoir. They do a lot of memoirs, and this one's really good. I'm gonna try to wrap this up by the end of the weekend so that I can post about it before the end of the month and fulfill my obligations. But it doesn't feel like an obligation because it's actually really good. And I'm glad they sent it to me, and I kind of have to read it because I tend to shy away from books about dogs because my children, I don't want to think about the sad parts of their lives, which are rapidly approaching because they are now both 11 years old and big dogs, but we're not gonna talk about that. That is, my fingers are in my ears and I am like head in sand, like no. So, yeah, so I'm gonna making myself some vegan mac and cheese because I just like it, not because I'm vegan. I used to be vegan for like 5 years, but that stopped. But I still have some faves that I hang on to. And so I'm making myself some Daya mac and cheese. And I think I'm gonna eat for a little bit, maybe watch some YouTube or something. And then I'm gonna try to do some work on the novel because in reality, I've done very little of what I set up on my to-do list to do today, which is okay because it can move to another day. It's not like I've been unproductive. I filmed an unboxing, edited it, put it up. I'm working on all of my engagement stuff that I have to do every day for my Instagram. I still have to do my NetGalley reviews, which I can do tonight. That's fine. I don't have elaborate reviews on NetGalley. They're very generic. So I apologize to publishers. I don't do crazy reviews. I just don't. If you really want to know how I'm feeling about something, watch me. Or look on my Instagram. Or like, I don't know, ask me, I'll tell you. I'm not a literary critic, okay? I can tell you, did I like it? Yes. Did I not like it? No. And sometimes that's all people need to hear. Okay, I'm gonna eat and watch some TV and try to cool down because I've now made the house too hot. It's really not fire weather. I just really wanted fire. Hello. So I took a really long break, but I had mac and cheese. I had some hibiscus LaCroix. I am basic. And I think I'm ready to do this now. Trying to think of what I actually want to get done today because there is a lot to get done. It's not like there isn't stuff to get done. It's just like, what do I want to do? I guess I have to keep working on my villains because their plot line is really what's going to create the tension and the actual plot for this story. Where am I? What's going on? How am I going to salvage this vlog? I don't really know what this vlog is, so just stick with me. Somehow in editing they come in together into something that resembles interesting content. I don't know. And right now I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing with my life. I am opening up my files. That's what I wanted to do. I want to open my Scrivener and I want to open up my Campfire. So, Campfire has like a new podcast where two of the guys from Campfire are like plotting out their own novels and talking about it weekly. So I think it's like, that's really cool. Because neither of them has like one of them successfully written a novel, the other one hasn't. So I just feel like that's like my brethren right now. And like, I have a feeling that they're like way better skilled at writing than I am, but still it's like, there are people in this world that haven't written a novel that I can listen to and relate to and possibly even talk to. We are going to get started. So I'm going to shut up and figure out my life.
If I could hear my father's voice, he would tell me to move on. He would say I'll be just fine. Yeah, he would tell me we have time to laugh and time to heal. Our favorite song is on repeat, drinking wine until the dawn, knowing soon we'll be back home. Ooh, I'm thinking about
Sitting here and he's just heavily panting behind me. I don't know if any of that brainstorming I just did to the camera actually recorded, but that's okay because I think I know what I want to do. And I think what I need to start doing is, if you remember, did I talk about? No, I didn't talk about this. So one of the things that Chris Fox talks about is sort of having just a questions, like a running question document where you just ask questions about the text. And answer them as you go. So I think I'm gonna map out the major events like I did for Nick and for Isabel. But for our two like baddies that are really like a unit, I think what I need to do is I need to make one of them in that unit sort of double cross the people they work for their own gains and see which one should do it, how I want to do it, and like where it can fit in with the major events that are happening in our main characters. And where I can lay seeds for maybe flashing back and seeing that in the text. I also think I need to turn on the lights in here because it's getting a little dark. Back to the music. I need inspiration! I took my contacts out because my eyeballs are like literally like burning out of my head. I have like, I don't know, 18 minutes left on my timer. So I'm gonna try to figure out in those 15, 18 minutes, like where I wanna go next with this. Cause I kinda wanna do one more hour today. So I have like maybe like 15 minutes at this point. I think I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do in my next hour of work. And I think in my next hour of work, I'm gonna take these 3 pages of major events and shuffle them into each other so that they make some sense. This is where having cards might be helpful, because like I don't do well doing things on the computer. I don't know if you figured that out. Like I'm a very manual, tactile human being. Like, I need to do things to get them. I need to get messy, but I think this works as like a skeletal structure for a story, which is good because then we're a little early on this, and I can spend the rest of this time strengthening out some of my side characters and plotting out scenes so that November is just turning scenes into chapters, because I'm gonna have to write at really weird times because of my job. So like there's probably gonna be days I write like 500 words, and there's gonna be days I write like 3,000 words, because that's the only way this is gonna work for me to hit 50,000 by the end of November. So I think that's what we'll do, is we're gonna start putting these into a sequence. And then I definitely have some side characters that I have to get figured out, and I've got some locations I need to figure out. Like, there's some people I don't know where they live. There's some people that have roommates and I don't know who they are, but I feel like the roommates are going to be really important because they're going to be people who bring in extra information, like your Falstaffe character that just like shows up and says something, and you just, it's just their whole function is to give you truth and facts throughout the story. They're not really here to have a character, they're just here to like drive the plot forward. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. I'm gonna do some research to try to find some things that are along the theme that of the magic theme. It's not magic, but it's the best thing I can call it because I don't know what I want to call it. Fantasy theme. That sounds like it's more smutty than it is. What I'm most impressed by this whole process is how much I actually seem to feel like, even when I'm not doing much, I am driving things forward. What I'm scared of doing is like all this work to outline it, and then when it comes time to write, then I might be like, oh, but I've done all this. I don't want to actually write it. And because I'm probably not going to write them today, my NetGalley reviews are for $2. We'll just chat about them for a second, because then at least I'll have them in here. I finished a thriller called Don't Look For Me by Wendy Walker or something like that. And I'll put the graphic up. It is, I don't know, I was really into it, and then they had like an early twist, which was not the twist, like a fake twist, like a half fake twist. And it came too early. So then I just didn't care. Like I legitimately did not care about the rest of the story. So that when the ultimate twist came, I was like, yeah, whatever, I don't give a shit. So that was disappointing. And I feel like sometimes thrillers, when I listen to them, get a better chance than when I read them, because I can't, as I'm just listening, there's no like accidental slip of your eye where you can see stuff, or like you can't ever cheat yourself. Like it just, the story is unfolding in your ear holes and you don't have control over anything unless you fast forward. But who does that? Psychopaths do that. The other book I read was Watch Over Me, or is it Watch Over Us? Watch Over Me by Nina something or other Lepora. I'll put a graphic up. That was really short, possibly almost too short, so maybe like 3.5, 4 stars. Whereas the other one maybe is like 2.5, because I just legitimately did not care about that thriller, which is sad because I really wanted to, did not care. But Watch Over Me was kind of like dark and gothic and moving, and it wasn't a spooky read, but it's basically about accepting your past so that you can heal. Like, it was a really nice little short story about grief and mourning and loss and self-acceptance and growth beyond, you know, your trauma. But I really kind of feel like I would have liked to have seen it maybe like 80 to 100 pages longer and seen a little bit of more development in certain areas. But overall, the themes of the story were really good. The story was really beautiful. The cover is gorgeous. I just wanted a little bit more. So I would definitely say read that. I think that you would enjoy that one, and it's super quick. Like, especially if you listen to it, it's like 5 hours on audiobook or something like that. So it's a really quick read. But I actually really enjoyed it. And those are the 2 reviews I have to write over on NetGalley. I'm listening to Transcendent Kingdom right now, which I've listened to like maybe another hour of it today. I have maybe another hour of it left. And it's really good. Alright. Little break complete. Let's get this last little bit done. So I'm just gonna write until either I give up. I put some spooky stuff on. You can probably hear it in the background. Until either I give up or the lights get too bad. The lighting gets really bad in here because it's it's almost 6:30. So I'm just gonna start getting some stuff in my Scrivener doc, and so I can start monkeying around in there and maybe getting out of paper. I'm still probably gonna use this because I work better like that, but I can't write an entire book like that. I mean, I guess I could. I'm not going to. So we're gonna crank up some tunes. I don't know if I really like this blood and honey mix that they put together for the book. It's not bad. It's just, there's definitely some better ones out there. I'm gonna keep listening. You know what I'm gonna listen to? I think I'm gonna listen to the playlist for Mexican Gothic and see if I like that better. And don't forget that we are reading that next month for TBR Lowdown. It's not really mine. I don't like calling it mine because it wasn't even my brainchild. I'm just co-hosting it with some friends, but it is a new book club that my friends and I are hosting, and it's all own voices. So our first one is Mexican Gothic, and we are still in the process of figuring out everything, and I hope you join us on the journey. I hope you enjoy it. We're trying to make this fun and interesting, and yeah, that's it. So let's write. No more blabbing. Sun's going down. Let's write. No! My headphones are dying. AirPods to the rescue. Now I look like a douche.
Misty blue sky, take me on your treasure dive. I've got nothing to lose after years with the blues. Oh, you know about them highs and lows. An angel is what I need to bring me up to full speed.
Hello, friends. It is almost an hour later, and it's almost 7:30 now, and I'm gonna keep going because I'm in like a pretty good groove here, but I can tell the lighting's starting to come down a bit. So I'm gonna end the vlog here. I think we've made some pretty good progress. I'm starting to transfer all of my brainstorming into this really, really rough synopsis / outline, so I can start plugging in some questions. I'm starting to put some questions in for myself. I've got a couple like early chapter scenes, kind of, I see where I want to sort of start the story between my 2 point of views. Why I decided to 1, build a fantasy world, and 2, take on a duology, and 3, have multiple points of view. For the first ever story I'm writing, I don't know. I think I'm apparently a masochist, but we're just gonna embrace this and go, because I think this is going really well. This is a really ambitious book for someone who's never written anything. I have big ideas. I'm a big idea person. The question is, can I execute this? We're all gonna find out. I mean, I'm not gonna like vomit out a perfectly formed book at the end of November, but I can vomit out a fairly decent draft of something that might actually be readable at some point after heavy editing. I'll be happy. So that's it. I'm gonna just finish whatever my brain can finish here tonight. That's that. I work tomorrow, and I'll see you guys whenever I have something I want to film. We'll either be writing or be unboxing something, or maybe I'll be doing a blood and honey reading vlog. I don't know. We're gonna find out. It's my channel. I can do whatever the heck I want. If you've made it this far, I really like doing this. If you've made it this far in the video, I want you to write in the comments national treasure, because that's all I keep thinking about as I'm going through the New York City history stuff. I keep thinking of Nicolas Cage. Anyway, national treasure in the comments if you've made it this far. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked, please subscribe. Share this around with your friends if you are enjoying it. Hopefully this is actually an interesting series for you guys to watch. Enjoy your day. Thank you so much. I keep saying thank you. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm very tired. My brain is dead. Goodbye.